10 coming of age animes that will change your life. Before we get into this list, let me tell you that every single one of these animes that we're talking about is a masterpiece. Number 10. Hibike Euphonium. A dramatic story of a girl named Kumiko who doesn't really like confrontation but constantly ends up in a situation where she doesn't have a choice. The primary intention of the story is to make her learn the importance of making her own decisions. Anyways, so how does it begin? Well, after entering high school, Kumiko wants to sort of move on from her past, which will be revealed in the story, but her best friend talked her into joining the school's music club. You could say that she is peer pressured into it, but from there on out, it's a story about growth, not just for herself, but also for the people around her. Number 9. Osama Ranking. Next up, we have one of the most popular anime series of 2022. The story features a tiny little kid who can't speak or hear. Everyone calls him useless because they think that he can't really hear them anyways, and even though he is a prince, he gets little to no respect. The boy's name is Boji, and it doesn't matter who you are. When this little guy sheds tears, you will shed tears yourself. Luckily, Boji makes a shadow as a new friend, and when circumstances show him the way, he sets out to become the greatest king this world has ever seen. A beautiful and fascinating tale of courage and grit. Number 8. Ping Pong the Animation. Ping Pong the Animation is the anime we have next. It is a sports anime, one about ping pong, but it certainly doesn't feel like one. The psychological drama and surreal character conflicts make for a very uncanny watch. The story follows two friends and many other players who each have come to face with their own internal conflicts. They all have to find their own meaning in sports. While most sports series are about hopes and dreams, this one is about pragmatism. It paints the harsh and somber reality of sports where only the best survive and the rest are casually discarded. Number 7. Bakuman. A massive shout out to all the creators in the manga industry who constantly deliver all these wonderful stories that are then adapted into animes. Now, the anime we have here at number 7 is Bakuman. It's a story about two young men who decide to become manga authors. It's easier said than done. The industry is brutal, not to mention you have to put in insane hours of work before you can even share your story. And this is exactly what makes Bakuman so fascinating. We see those two 14-year-olds throughout the years as they continue to try their absolute very best in order to succeed in the manga world and make their dream come true. The story is by the same two people who created Death Note, which should be more than enough of an incentive for you to watch this series. Number 6. Cyberpunk Edgerunners. As the anime adaptation of the iconic Cyberpunk 2077 game, Cyberpunk Edgerunners is about as intense an adaptation of a game can get. There are only 10 episodes, each one of them is full of action, story, humor, drama, and everything in between. The visuals are orgasmic, the animation is phenomenal, and the art style perfectly complements the theme of the story. It doesn't matter if you have played the game or not, you can go into this anime totally blind and still have a great time. The story obviously takes place in a futuristic metropolis. Our protagonist loses his mother and then basically sets out on his own. Number 5. A place further than the universe. I guess it goes without saying that we all often wonder about it. What would it be like to leave the place we're familiar with and go out into the world? Set sail to uncharted territories, reach for the vast unknown. And in many ways, A Place Further Than the Universe is the kind of anime that fuels one's innate sense of wonder. The story is about 4 teenage girls who, because of one reason or another, set out to the southernmost region of the planet. That land is called Antarctica. Trust me, it is just as fascinating as it sounds.
いいよね、あなたたち。お互いほっとけるっていうのは、いい友達の証拠だよ。
Number 4. March Comes In Like a Lion. Next up at number 4, we have March Comes In Like a Lion. It is the tale of a young man named Rei Kiriyama. He lost his parents at a young age and was then adopted by his father's friend. You can only imagine the tension in his new home, but his father's friend continued to raise him as a shogi player. Eventually, as a middle schooler, Rei reached professional status as a shogi player and then moved out. The scars that he experienced in his childhood are still very vivid. One look and anyone can see how exhausted he is, but as fate would have it, a sweet family of 3 sisters and their grandpa end up saving him from his everlasting loneliness. You see, March Comes In Like a Lion doesn't have a central narrative or primary plot. It's just the story of a few characters as they navigate through this thing called life.
僕は自分の中にはなかった光を見つけた。
Number 3. Bocce The Rock. Introverts assemble because at number 3 we have Bocce The Rock. It is the most recent show on this list, and despite being a cute girls doing cute things kind of anime, it still managed to rank up in the top 20. Oh, the top 20 on my anime list. Not just that, it has maintained its ranking for the past 2 months or so. Yeah, it's that good. The story is about a girl named Boji. She is this cute yet socially awkward person who wants to make friends and perform in a live band, but her social insecurities always hold her back. Honestly, seeing her finally do the things she has always wanted to do is such a refreshing experience. Number 2. Hajime No Ippo. Now, if you want a pure testosterone-inducing experience, just watch Hajime No Ippo. A young boy who used to get bullied for helping out his mom with their fishing boat rental business becomes an absolute juggernaut once he starts boxing. And it's not just him either. Hajime no Ippo is a story way longer than One Piece. The manga has over 1,400 chapters, and although we have only received 126 episodes of anime content, it is enough for you to experience what this story has to offer. I'd say just watch the episodes, and if you want to see what happens next, read the manga. Number 1. Space Brothers. Alright, so the number 1 anime on this list is Space Brothers. Did you know that it is also the only anime in history where an actual astronaut records a cameo in space? I know, right? It's crazy. Anyways, the story is about two brothers. Both of them had the same dream of one day reaching for the moon or even Mars, but then life happened. One of them did go on to become an astronaut, while the older brother got fired from his job as an auto engineer. Eventually, fate plays its hand and he is soon welcomed with an opportunity to become an astronaut as well. Now, what will he do? Guys, the reason Space Brothers is so high up on the list is because of the insane amount of nuance and realism that went into telling its narrative. You will be amazed at what this story has to offer to you. And with that said, these were the top 10 coming-of-age animes that will change your life. Let me know what you guys think of these picks, and also if you have any other animes that you want to add to the list. Just go wild in the comment section down below. As always, a like and subscribe will always be most welcome, and if you're feeling particularly giddy about these anime recommendations, that super thanks button is always ready to be pressed by you at any moment now. Yep, any and all support is genuinely appreciated. And with that said, I'll see you guys on my next video.